Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with another Madden 19 Ultimate Team episode. This is episode number 27, and we're trying to get to the playoffs, man. We are 6-2 on the season. One more win will do it, and we have a bunch of new upgrades, man. I ended up finishing off all of the playoff solo challenges, and I also finished all the objectives, and I ended up picking myself up a ton of players. I bought Frank Clark first, and then I pulled him, so I was able to sell him again. I actually ended up making like 30K off of that. I pulled some backups as well. Marcus Williams will be really, decent as our backup free safety, as well as in our nickel looks and stuff like that. So he will see the field. We got Tyler Lockett, a wide receiver. We got a new left tackle, and Ronnie Stanley. I ended up getting rid of David Bakhtiari because there was a stat on him that I saw that really, really bugged me. He had 78 stamina. So I really don't like cards that have really low stamina unless I just use them very sparingly. But a left tackle, I don't know. That seems kind of important. And I noticed I've been getting pressured off that side, but everybody else is kind of like backups and, of course, a couple starters. We got Nikel Roby-Coleman and Frank Clark, of course, and those are huge, huge pickups for us considering that we needed another corner. But the only sad thing is it's another nickel corner, man. I mean, he's 5'8". I mean, come on. But he has really good stats. I mean, the Nikel Roby-Coleman, he has really good stats, so we'll play him as his stats show. I really don't care how tall he is. Hopefully he doesn't get beat. As long as he doesn't get beat, I don't care. But if he just gets mossed all the time, then probably have to make a switch. But we're gonna run Dion at 1, Nikel Roby-Coleman at 2, and then we're gonna run Desmond King at 3. We still like Desmond King. Gonna keep him in for our nickel looks as well, and dime stuff like that. But this game again 6-2. So if we get one more win, we do end up going to the playoffs. If we lose, we can actually afford a loss. So if we lose here, we can actually basically be a winner go home game next week. So this game was very, I don't know. It was an interesting game. It was a defensive battle, and this guy made some very questionable decisions, whereas I feel I played pretty smart considering this guy had Michael Vick at 98 overall, of course. Everybody has fucking Michael Vick. I mean, you just can't get away from him, man. But hopefully with our new pickups, like I said, Frank Clark right there pressuring. We're sending a couple extra people. I'm getting better at defending Mike Vick because he's usually the only QB I fucking face. It seems like it's him or him, honestly, man. There's nobody else. Him and Carson Wentz. Those are the guys I face the most frequent. But he was pretty good with this dude, man. I mean, I wasn't able to rush him very well, even with Frank Clark, because I don't know. We just weren't able to get pressure, and plus I put a contain on right there. I just didn't want him to run, and right there, Telvin Smith, you got to make a play, man. Damn it, you got to get that pick. That would have been sweet. Unfortunately, we do not get it, but again, contains, just trying to keep him from running, and again, he still runs, man. Of course, you guys know my team is going to be so much lower than a lot of these guys, and they can just outrun me. I'm trying to get more speed on defense because I'm realizing that I just need to be able to keep up with these guys. If I have great tackling, but the guy can't keep up with them, then we got a problem. So, I'm looking at maybe replacements for Nigel Bradham. He's kind of slow. Telvin Smith has been pretty good. I just need to upgrade him and get him, some more speed, higher overall. But, on the most part, we've been okay. But, I need to get some speed out there because we're not able to keep up with a lot of these guys. And our pass rush is few and far between. But right here, we are able to stop him on the goal line on 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line. So 4th and goal, he does end up taking his field goal. Smart man. And we do end up coming back on offense with Marshawn Lynch trying to truck and really not going anywhere, man. Marshawn Lynch has been, a little bit unreliable recently, which is a little bit scary because we have Walter Payton at quarterback. I mean, we're not going to be able to throw those great passes. I'm sure Walter at some point, oh boy, that was on cue. That was an absolutely awful throw. Tyler Lockett was wide open. I'm really excited to get Tyler Lockett because I've been waiting for him to get a fucking upgrade all year. And, pretty much ever since I started playing again. But he had such a great year. I was just surprised he hadn't gotten one with how many weeks he had went off. But we got him, and Walter Payton is just not able to hit him, unfortunately. Walter, he's good at certain things. Of course, he can throw on the run like a beast. He can throw under pressure. He can run, but his short and mid and deep. Well, short, not so much. It's like 88. It's passable. But the mid and deep, obviously, is hurting, and you see it every once in a while, and it probably will get on my nerves. I don't know. I might have to switch quarterbacks again at some point, but right now, Walter has been doing solid. If he can win us this game, then he's undefeated as we get a user pick with Cam Chancellor. Again, playing smart, man. Just trying to stay in this game. I think we ended up punting, and then he threw that pick. So, we're just trying to be smart, not do anything stupid. The pick that he just threw was not that smart at all. Trying to run the ball with Marshawn Lynch. Like I said, I don't want to throw a ton with Walter Payton because his accuracy is iffy. I want to run with him, and I want to run with Marshawn. But Marshawn is just really not getting anything going, so we're trying to, improvise right now. If I get forced into a game where I have to throw, I feel like I'm screwed because my reads have been iffy all year. As you guys see right here, that was absolutely horrible. I don't know if I haven't played Madden enough since I've come back to like get my reads back, but I don't know, man. Like, I guess my reads were really never good. It's just, what the hell? Just how did he get out of that? Oh my God. Mike Vick's a fucking freak, dude. Maybe I don't know how to defend him. I thought I did. I don't. But my reads have been so off, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not going through progressions. I need to get better at that or something. Right here, we carry that fullback. I think it's a fullback up the field very nicely, and we ended up following his tight end. We played that pretty damn well, I think, with our user, and unfortunately, he still ends up getting it. And, we one cuts into the end zone on 1st and goal with Ricky Williams, and just like that, he is up by 2 scores, but we do end up getting the block on the PAT, which I usually never, ever, ever get. I mean, I don't know how I did it. I end up just playing regular coverage because I'm afraid I'm going to get faked on, and for some reason, a lot of people get fakes on me. But for some reason right there, I ran normal field goal block, and we end up getting the block, man. So instead of being down 10-0, we're down 9-0, which still is 2 scores, but you know what? We'll take it. It's just on offense, I cannot get anything going, man. Just horrible play after horrible play. Stuck in 3rd and 10, looking downfield, trying to throw it to Deion Sanders. We do, and unfortunately, he cannot make that catch. It actually looked like he had the positioning on that corner. I kind of just trusted Deion on that. Pass let it out, and the throw was online, but looked like it just actually bounced off Deion's hands. Not really, like, I can't blame him for not making that catch. I mean, it was just the guy was right on top of him. But 1st and 10, he's looking with Mike Vick, and what the fuck? Yo, I see my lineman over there. I don't know how, but he didn't get the sack, and then he just died. Luckily, Deion Sanders ends up coming up with the interception. We probably should have had a sack right there. I'm glad we didn't, because he ends up keeping it alive, throwing the pick, and now we're looking with Walter Payton. We're just taking our little dink and dunks here. Like I said, the offense was not really moving. I mean, it's 9-0 at the end of the first half. Obviously, there's been a couple games where I've just gone into the half without any points at all. I don't want this to be one of those games. I at least want to get myself a field goal. Right here, we hurry up with 14 seconds left, trying to save that timeout. I didn't really talk about it, but we do have Ty Montgomery, a way better receiving back than I think Darren Sproles and Tavon Austin. He just feels way faster than both of them. I don't know why. Unfortunately, right here, Walter Payton cannot make it a shorter field goal is what I'm trying to say for Seabass, but he ends up nailing it anyway after missing the throw to Ty Montgomery. So Seabass ends up making it good, 9-3, and we are only down by 1 score. So I've been waiting for this Deion Sanders to make something happen, and finally he does. That was probably the absolute easiest one-cut touchdown I've ever seen in my life. The hole was fucking massive. That sounds really weird. But Deion Sanders, man, finally, that return man paying $350 training finally pays off, and we end up getting a touchdown right there. Nobody was ever going to catch him, man. That return man is insane when you're in the open field. So 10-9, up by 1 point. Obviously, he can get into field goal range, and he's moved the ball very consistently. He gets greedy again, man. Deion Sanders plays it beautifully. He is all over the field in this game, man. But he gets greedy, man. If you look on that play, I mean, I'm sure I've had some of these misreads as well, probably a lot of them. But he had his left read wide open. I'm not sure what receiver it was, but he ran all the way across the field, was wide open. I was really surprised it didn't go to him because he must have just been staring down that wheel with that fullback or tight end or whatever. He was just really, really wanting that play to work, and unfortunately for him, it does not work. So 4th and 2, we end up being smart, taking our points to make it, so he has to score a touchdown to take the lead. Now, I know some people are like, bro, just fucking go for it. It's 4th and 2. There's probably a lot of times that I punt or I take my field goal where you're like, just go for it. But just the Madden gods, they work in mysterious ways sometimes. This game is incredible in the way it works. I'm just playing it like I feel I should right there. We end up getting a drop pick and do pick up Clayton Gathers. Unfortunately, cannot pick that one off. I think he only has like 50-something catching, but guess you can't count on everybody to make the pick. Oh well, Clayton Gathers, he's pretty much just meant for hitting anyway. But like I was saying, just the way I feel like playing is punting. Honestly, I trust my defense, even though my defense has not been that good. Right there, we run contains. I'm so worried about him running with Mike Vick. We're just getting no pressure at all. Not that I was getting any pressure anyway, man. It didn't really matter. It didn't really matter if I ended up, running contain or not. We got no pressure whatsoever. So at the end of the 3rd quarter now, this guy, he starts to get a little bit more methodical. He starts to run a little bit more clock. Only up by 4 points right now. If he scores a touchdown, he takes the lead. Maybe he's trying to run this clock all the way down into the 4th quarter and give me not much time, but he could be getting a little bit greedy. But right there, just outruns my spy. I mean, John Randall not able to keep up with him at all, even though I sent him right away, was just not able to keep up with Michael Vick. He ends up getting a first down inside the 5-yard line, trying to score right here with Ricky Williams. Kind of outruns his blockers, completely outruns his blockers, and fucks himself up right there. 3rd and goal, he's looking with Mike Vick, just trying to keep an eye on Mike Vick, just make sure he does not run it in, and luckily we force him into a bad read. That could have easily been picked, but, you know, I'm lucky it was batted down. Thankfully, or I'm thankful it was batted down. So 13-12, we're up by 1 point. My offense has not been good really all game. We're 5 for 11 for 23 yards with a pick. That's not good. But luckily right here, Deion Sanders, the clutch Deion Sanders, the only clutch player on our offense, ends up making the catch and taking it inside the 50-yard line. Right here, I'm completely looking to run with Walter Payton, and we find Jimmy Graham on the block and release. That's a beautiful play by Walter Payton. That was awesome. 2nd and 2, trying to run with Marshawn Lynch, get a first down, make this guy use his timeouts. We do end up getting it on a fullback dive with Ricky Williams. And now we have to get one more first down, and this game is over. The game is over. Jesus. Gotta quit stuttering like that. But 1 first down, and this game is over. Ty Montgomery on 2nd and 12 gets it done and falls forward, gets the first down. And not only that, he forces the rage quit. Ty Montgomery comes into the game twice. Well, actually, comes into the game twice to run the ball, catches it a couple more times, and the one time he actually runs it, sick-ass run to end the game. I don't know how it was him that ended up doing that over Marshawn. I guess it was just his speed, just his ability to get outside quicker than Marshawn was way better. But that's our 7th win of the season, man, and that is a playoff berth. Oh, my goodness, thank you. I just wanted to make the playoffs. Honestly, that was my goal for this season, was to make the playoffs, considering how bad last season went. If we win the Super Bowl, that would be fucking awesome, but I honestly feel we're going to go up against some crazy-ass team and probably lose. But you know what? We will try our hardest, man. You know, no matter... I'm just a realist, man. You know, if we get our ass kicked, we get our ass kicked. But you guys see the season, 7-2. We ended up winning a couple of close games, a couple of blowouts, and we ended up losing in a couple of blowouts. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.